Hi guys, in this video we have the Redmi Note 13 5G, a budget phone that shows itself from this year's Redmi Note lineup. And today we are going to take a look at this phone, so without wasting time, let's dive into the video. Last year we had IP53, but this year this phone has IP54, which protects the phone from splashing water and dust. On the front of the phone there is a 6.67 OLED screen with 1080p resolution, 120Hz refresh rate and Gorilla Glass 5 protection. The display is decent enough with excellent contrast, thanks to OLED technology. Unlike other Redmi phones, there is no HDR video support here. But in some markets like Spain, you will get support for 10-bit color dips. The 120Hz refresh rate smoothes out your movements like swiping and scrolling. And it's adaptable to switch to 60Hz while idling to save power. The brightness is good here. It has been measured around 419 nits maximum with a manual slider, and this can boost to nearly 1000 nits in auto mode when exposed to bright light. But a tip that we should pay attention to is that under this light, the ambient light sensor was not reactive as we have seen on other phones. In general, the Redmi Note 13 5G is a phone that is made to support 5G connectivity along with affordability and an enjoyable experience. This device is very similar to its predecessor, but you will get a different chipset along with a higher resolution. This time, the Redmi Note 13 has a flat plastic back panel with a matte metal finish, a rectangular island for the cameras, and a sharp edge where the back meets the frame, which is also plastic. Overall, the phone is very pleasant to the touch with a good grip. The Redmi Note 13 5G has a headphone jack and just a single speaker, unlike this year's other Redmi Notes. This speaker has very good loudness and Dolby Atmos support, but the sound quality is average with a focus on vocals and highs. Also, unlike other Redmi models, which have an under-display fingerprint reader, this one is side-mounted. It's fast and reliable tough. The chipset of the Redmi Note 13 5G is a Mediatek Dimensity 6080. This is actually a rebranded Dimensity 810 which comes from back in 2021. In benchmarks, the Note 13 5G is able to hold its own within this price bracket. However, there are competitors with better performance, both when it comes to the CPU and the GPU. In practical terms, the Redmi Note 13 5G runs its interface relatively smoothly without noticeable stutters and just occasional slowdowns. There is enough power here to handle daily tasks and even some light gaming. Despite having a large 5000 mAh battery, the Note 13 5G battery life is quite impressive. It has scored 9 hours and 49 minutes in some active use tests, the lowest score of the Redmi bunch. Gaming and video playback times were especially lackluster. Rather than a fast charging solution, you get support for 33-watt charging. The bundle adapter charged the phone from 0 to 50% in half an hour, and the full charge took 76 minutes. The phone comes with 128 or 256 GB of UFS 2.2 storage, which is expandable through microSD card. And the interface of the Redmi Note 13 5G is Xiaomi's Mi 14 on top of Android 13, and is responsive and customizable as ever. All of the Redmi Note 13 models will get an update to HyperOS later on too. Guys, if you enjoyed this video so far, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks. Now the cameras. There is a 108MP main cam, an 8MP ultra-wide and a 2MP deep sensor. There is no micro camera here. The main camera is competent during the day. Its 12MP photos have good detail and despite some sharpening artifacts overall. The grass and foliage look decent up close. You can notice some softness on uniform surfaces. Colors are natural and contrast could be better. Dynamic range is decent but unimpressive. If you zoom into 2 times with the main cam, the photos look very soft and over-sharpened. But surprisingly, 3 times zoom shots look much cleaner and sharper than the 2 times ones. While there is no dedicated micro cam, you can use the micro mode to shoot close-ups with the main cam. These are decent enough. In low light, the Redmi Note 13 uses automatic night mode processing. The results are likable with good exposure, and detail highlights and light sources look good too. There is a little bit of noise on surfaces, but that's hardly a deal breaker. This phone cannot record 4K videos, and 1080p videos from the main cam aren't impressive. Colors look natural, but the dynamic range and contrast leave more to be desired. There's no support for electronic stabilization either. Now we have the ultra-wide cam. Its photos are just okay, the colors match well with the main camera, and dynamic range and contrast are decent. But detail is pretty poor, especially if you start zooming in and everything just looks soft. And selfies from the 16MP front-facing cam are good. They have great detail, good skin textures and natural colors. So that's the Redmi Note 13 5G. It's a decent mid-ranger overall for the price with a solid display and chipset and nice stills from the main and selfie cameras. There are shortcomings though, the lack of stereo speakers or an under-display fingerprint reader. Guys, it's the end of the video and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, comment and share this video with your friends and don't forget to subscribe.